What's up guys, back in today with another reaction on the channel. Today I'll be reacting to the teaser trailer for Akane-Banashi, I think it is called. Not sure what that kind of translates to in English, but looking forward to this anime. I really don't know too much about it, to be honest. I know that I think it's well regarded in terms of the source material. The thing that really drew me to this was the fact that I've only ever seen one anime that seems similar to this in Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, and I absolutely loved that first season, but second season especially, I thought that was an absolutely incredible story. I really loved the Rakugo, and I believe this is in a similar vein of a young aspiring girl wanting to be a Rakugo artist. If any of you guys don't know, I believe Rakugo is a very old Japanese kind of form of entertainment. Again, purely going off what I know from the anime I watched here. And it's a bit of a lost art. You don't really see too much of it nowadays. So it'll be interesting to see if this is kind of set in the current time period, or I imagine this is a kind of period piece. I imagine this is set in the past. If it is set in the current age, I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, you don't see too much of it nowadays, and it's basically just the art of acting, but they play like they do everything. There is nothing. It is just a person on a stage sitting down telling a story, and I just think that is an incredibly just awesome thing. It's hard to kind of word it, but there's something incredible about just like you see all like the stage plays with the massive backgrounds and backdrops and loads of actors and such. I just think there's something incredible about just there being one person just sitting down telling a story, and it being that captivating. It warrants such a grandiose kind of stage and so many people watching. I just think there's something awesome about that. And again, was incredibly touched by Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, so hopefully this can be in a similar vein. But yeah, let's get into the trailer. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I will have do a little bit of research after the initial reaction here, just to look up the studio and read some synopsis about it. So if you guys want to stick around for that as well, that would be appreciated. But yeah, let's see what we got here. I'm expecting some shamisen. That's a classic instrument used in stuff like this, I believe. And these fans as well are also big. Pretty sure most of the artists in Rakugo Shinju had like fans and such. This guy's sweating big time. I do imagine this is incredibly daunting. Okay, so it is set more in current time? Interesting. Her dad was amazing. Nice story. Yo, that kind of reminds me of that shot from, I've never watched back either, the one where he's like making the food and drinking with nothing. It's kind of similar to that, honestly. It's kind of similar to that scene in Baki, but there is actually nothing here. Okay. Oh, on to random Uma Musume old man video, which I've been seeing trending. Okay, incredibly short preview. I will watch it again and just have a pause for you. What I'll do is I'll now mute the audio, just so it doesn't annoy you guys. We keep pausing, but yeah, let's have another little look through this. So she wants to live up to her father's name and bring more respect to her father and her family name, to dominate the audience or be dominated by it. As I did say here, I've done something not exactly similar to this, but I've been in this situation before once, and it was incredibly daunting, and that was in front of all of my friends, so let alone being in front of a bunch of strangers. The breathing is heavy here though. The stage is a battlefield where you stand alone. It sure is. As I said, it is very, so like just being on just. I love the fact that it is just like they created the stage, and the stage is so massive. Like there's way too much space on the stage. But I think that again amplifies the fact that it's so incredible that there's all this empty room, there's all this stuff where things maybe should be or would be in other kind of arts and such, which are still amazing, of course, those other kind of arts. But it just really emphasizes the fact that yes, this is just one guy sitting here telling a story. All the space that could be used, and the most yeah, it's just I really like that. So I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm not sure if this is just like it lagging or what, but it does seem like the sound, for me anyway, I've turned the sound off for you guys, but the sound and such is a bit honestly with YouTube, when I react to trailers and such, it's really annoying because I have to go on YouTube, and YouTube always seems to not really work too well for OBS for me when I try watching it kind of on the reaction, so apologies about that. But yeah, it does seem like we are setting kind of modern Japan here, doesn't it? I wonder when exactly. Probably like 2010, I imagine. But yeah, this is not a period piece. This is modern day, which, like I said, I'm not sure how popular Rakugo is nowadays. I think I remember looking it up, and it didn't seem like too much of a big thing. It seemed like again a bit of a lost art of sorts. Nowhere near as popular as it once was. You can say that for sure. Yeah, this scene here is like holding the cup. It really reminds me of that Baki meme and video that went around. Interesting. This guy looks like a mafia boss or something, doesn't he? Like hell like that. He may be the manager of this place or something, I assume. Yeah, really not too much given away here. I like the I like it though. I much prefer not much given away than too much given away, to be honest with you. That's why I don't watch too many trailers or such on the channel anymore. If I know I'm gonna, I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna watch this, but most of the time, if I know I'm gonna watch something and I'm interested in it, and there's even a chance that the kind of trailer could give something interesting away, I won't check it out. I used to just check out a lot of trailers, but yeah, my opinion on that's changed a little bit. I will try and do more going forward, but yeah, I like her design here. It looks pretty cool, pretty stylish, nice little little earring she's got in. Pretty modern looking girl as well, so maybe that was actually a giveaway that this wouldn't be set in the past. Yeah, Akane-Banashi. Is that her name? I've got the voice actors there. Okay, cool. And there she is sitting on the I'm not sure what you call that. We'll call it a pillow for now. Sitting on the pillow, waiting to do her Rakugo. We don't. The interesting thing about this preview is we didn't actually see her do any Rakugo. It was her dad. So I imagine, or I assume, the early kind of parts of this show will be mostly kind of her dad doing the Rakugo and such, and then eventually it'll grow to her kind of following the footsteps and more focus on her Rakugo. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the trailer. Like I said, I will just have a little look into things, look at the voice actor, what other roles they've done previously, look at the studio behind it, as I'm not sure what studio is going to be working on it, and I will read the synopsis. Hopefully there won't be too many spoilers or anything in that synopsis. I've got a sign in to give it. I'll give it a like on my main channel later. So yeah, if you guys want to stick around for that, I'd appreciate it. But again, thank you guys for watching the trailer. So this is Akane-Banashi. I guess we can look how the reception is. I mean, I just assumed the source material was highly regarded, considering the amount of people I've seen quite hyped for this adaptation. And I do feel like this is one of those things where it will be amplified by an anime adaptation. I always feel this way with like music anime. It's kind of amazing that music anime, the source material in like manga and light novels, like gets adapted. I know that sounds odd, but because it's focused on music and there is no music in that medium. I always find it quite incredible. It must be very well written. The characters must be very well done for it to even receive an anime adaptation and get that kind of good kind of musical treatment and such. Okay, so it came out in only 2012 actually. Okay, so it's been going on for 3 or so years, and it is well rated here. Not as popular as I thought it might be in terms of the amount of people watching it slash reading it. Yeah, drama, performing arts, shonen, pretty much what I assumed with the demographic and themes there. So let's read the synopsis quickly. Rakugo, a traditional form of storytelling, takes years of any apprentice to master and ascend to the top rank of Shinuchi. So is that like master level, like the kind of equivalent to master or grandmaster level? I assume. I think in Rakugo it was like living up to the names. Like you would take over some, like one of the top Rakugo artists would like give you their name to use, and that would be like a signifier of how good you are at Rakugo. If you use their name, then yeah, oh, that's a big name. You got to see them. Like that would be like the equivalent to like a master art, I think. Anyway, again, it's been a little while since I did watch that, but I feel like it's pretty fresh in my mind because it is one of the best things I watched on the channel. I'll link the playlist to those at the end of the video if you guys do want to watch. Ever since she could remember, Akane Osaki, so Akane is her name. So I wonder what Banashi means. Akane Osaki has been mesmerized by her father Toru's Rakugo performances. Peeking in behind the sliding door, she would spend hours watching and mimicking his work. For Toru, the only thing separating him from that coveted rank is a promotion test in front of an audience and a senior Rakugo master, which is probably what we saw in the trailer there. I wonder which one was the Rakugo master. I assume it was the guy with like the aura that was by himself with like the purple aura around him. Isho Arakawa. Despite his passionate performance, Toru finds himself expelled from the Rakugo school following the exam. Oh crap. He got expelled? Okay, so there is, I mean, I guess some slight spoilers here. I guess they wouldn't put it in the synopsis if it was like massive stuff, so. Interesting. Something that does stand out to me here is the name Arakawa. This could be totally unrelated, but there's a character in Yakuza Like a Dragon called Arakawa, and his father was like an actor in like a play thing. So I wonder if Arakawa is like a historic family, Japanese family to do with like acting or Rakugo and such. Yeah, despite his passionate performance, Toru finds himself expelled from the Rakugo school following the exam. This makes him give up on Rakugo entirely and settle for a regular job, breaking his daughter's heart. Filled with grief and anger, Akane now seeks vengeance on the man who refused to see the genius behind her father's Rakugo style. That is another thing with this, isn't it? It is all very stylistic. I remember that from Showa Rocky Rakugo Shinju. There was very different styles of telling stories, very different kind of personalities to it. She begs Toru's former Rakugo master, Shigumi Arakawa, to take her under his wing, but Shiguma feels unworthy of taking on another pupil after what happened to her father 6 years prior. In order to see if she has what it takes to enter the Rakugo world, I'm saying that right. Shiguma urges Akane to test her resolve by performing in front of an audience. Okay, sounds pretty awesome. Maybe some slight spoilers for that first episode here, but no big deal. Akane-Banashi has been published digitally on Manga Plus since 2023, so it's only actually been available for English people and us abroad for a couple years. Okay. And it is an award-winning manga, so I think we are in good hands here. So yeah, let's have a little look at the studio behind this. 2 members watching. Okay. This says airs in 2026, so not too far away. Zex. Awfully close to something inappropriate. So what anime? I don't think I've ever heard of this studio, Zex. So what anime have they done? They were established on my birthday almost. I don't think I've watched anything from these. The most popular one here is Suki to something Diabolic Lovers, which has got a terrible rating. Holy crap! Well, it's got an average rating, but as anime viewers go with their rating system, that's a terrible rating. I don't think I've seen anything here. They've got quite a few popular works, but none of it is rated all that highly, seemingly. No, I have not seen a single anime from this studio. Also, not a single one of these anime is rated above a 7.7, which is not. It doesn't say too much, to be honest. There is one rated above a movie. Doesn't say an awful lot because, well, I say that nowadays it does very much seem like if it is good animation and production, it will get good ratings no matter what. There is a certain big audience of anime fan nowadays that only cares about production and how good something looks and how flashy the animation is, rather than the story and the characters. So for me, it doesn't say an awful lot, but that might tell me that maybe it doesn't look. Maybe the studio hasn't done awfully great looking stuff. Yeah, I've not seen a single thing here. Do let me know if you guys have seen any works from the studio. It's also a case of with the studio, sometimes there's like different teams. So maybe there's like a new team or a team that have worked on only a certain few of these other anime here. But yeah, I can't say I've ever heard of the studio nor any of the anime they've done, so can't really give too much perspective there. We've got a couple of voice actors here. Rie Takahashi, oh, I'd love to see that. She's one of my favourite voice actors, so that's awesome. She's doing a supporting role. Egichi Takuya, which is a guy voicing a woman's role, which is quite odd. It's usually the other way around with Japanese voice acting, isn't it? You usually have like a woman kind of voice acting like a young boy's role or something. So. Or is this a woman? No, it's Lloyd. Maybe the character isn't actually a woman. It looks like it, but it also kind of looks like a character from Bleach who is a guy actually. So maybe yeah. Apologies about that. So he's done a lot of roles as well. Hey, they got some good talent. And who's the main one? Nagase Anna. Let's see some of her roles. Oh, yeah. As I was just speaking about, she's done a little boy in Azuma from Takumi no Genzai, which just finished airing, which was really good. She's done Riko from Jujutsu Kaisen. She hasn't seemingly done an awful lot of work here, but she has. Oh, she's done Ray from Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh boy, I can love Ray. Sky Striker Ray. Okay, interesting. I didn't know she. Oh, I guess yeah. There was a few lines. I remember in that there was no speaking for the first episode, I believe, but I think there was some voice lines added, and they got some feedback. They needed some voice acting. She's in Zenshu. Anything else I've watched here? Summertime. She does Ushio in Summertime Render, which is one of my favorite anime. I love Summertime Render. Okay, so yeah, we have got some talent work on in this show, haven't we? So yeah, that's pretty much all I can give you as to a look into the series at the minute. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys sticked around this whole time. As I said, looks promising. I'm not sure the studio gives me too much promise just based off what I just saw, but it's way too early to judge that kind of stuff. The preview of what we saw looked great, looked absolutely fine. And yeah, just seems like a story I'd really like. So very much looking forward to when it comes out. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer down in the comment section though. Let me know any information you guys can help me out with as well without spoiling too much, even though I just spoiled myself a little bit reading that synopsis. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys in 2026 when it starts airing. And as I did mention, if you guys did want to check out my show again, Rocky Rakugo Shinju reactions, I'll link them somewhere in the video.